I did really want to sand the whole floor before I did the trim. And actually at this point, I really think I am going to. But we're at the stage now where I'm trying to redo the floor here. And I don't know, I may have messed up even getting into this. I don't know how this is gonna end, but we're in the thick of it now. Straight up, this thing's all right, so we're back in Finn's room. We've decided on a full-blown Dr. Seuss Lorax vibe for the room. It's like nighttime right now, but I wanted to get into this because I've been stressing pretty heavily. It just seemed like we had so much time to prep for the baby to come. When it was in the beginning, it almost seemed so unreal, and it was like, oh, but we got 9 months, you know? Now it's getting down to like the last 10 weeks, maybe even less, and it's like the baby could come 2 weeks early. We don't know. So it just feels like crunch time, and it very stressful. Try to get the room together in a reasonable amount of time, and I want to have time to like really perfect the room and make sure everything is how I want it to be. So I'm going to get right back into this, and I'm going to cut in as much of it as I can tonight because we did one full coat here. So if you have seen the first video, it's like starting our baby nursery, I think is the title. But tonight I'm going to try to cut in with the paint as much of it as I can for the second coat. And this big wall here, second coat was already rolled, but I still have to cut it in. You can see, just grab this, but you can see like right there where it needs a second coat. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna get the trim on there, and we're just gonna keep moving on with the room. So we're gonna be doing update videos probably pretty regularly about the room for the next month or so. So I'm just gonna start getting into this. This is the empty paint jug. Is it even empty though? No, see, I can use the bottom of this to just dip the brush and get it going. So let's do this. Used up the rest of the very first gallon. And this is the second gallon that we already got into before. But I'm gonna be using this water bottle that I cut to pour a little bit of paint in so that I can more easily bring it with me on the ladder. And fill in the rest that needs to be filled. So I can hold this with one hand, paintbrush with the other, and then do the rest. Big process, but not that big of a room, honestly. Look, Sammy J's trying to clean the grill. How's it working?
It's good, but there's a lot of mosquitoes out here.
And flies in general, right? That's why I said start the fire.
Yeah, so start it.
Is it getting clean now?
Kind of, yeah.
Not really.
No, it's definitely working. I'm glad I bought the box instead of just like the steel bowl. Yeah, maybe start the fire.
Alright. So the majority of this, if you can see how it's like lighter before it dries, to just cut it in, I cut it all in. That's what I call it, cutting it in. Like the brush work, not the rolling work. And then tomorrow I'm gonna have to get another pan for the paint to go in, because the other one dried up, even though I had it in a bag. It's just too dry. And if I try to use it, there would be like little hard pieces that get in there, which is no good.
Oh, Putty!
He'll come in soon.
No, he looks sad.
He's a brat and a half.
Oh, he's not. Look how he's sitting.
All right, so almost every Sunday, we like to do a little thing called Sunday Night Wetties. So when Sammy J yells that, all the cats are gonna come running because they know they're about to get wet food. But the only thing I was gonna say is, this is a tradition for us. So it being Memorial Day weekend, this is a big Sunday Night Wetties. So let's do it. And a 1 and a 2 and a Sunday Night Wetties. Did you see them all running? Look at that. All 4. Just like that.
Sunday Night Wetties.
Sunday night Wetties. Sunday night
Night Wetties. Yeah. Ooh, get your Sunday Night Wetties. Yeah, get a close up of Crow. He's the cutest. Sunday Night Wetties. Sunday night Wetties. Sunday night Wetties. Yeah. He's licking his chops. Bro, you better calm your ass down.
Sunday Night Wetties.
She likes to jump up on here and get hurt.
He does a little meat.
Hold on, whoa! Daddy didn't get these out.
So that's it. That's the Sunday Night Wetties that we always
They want to see him eat
speak
it.
of. I know that. I'm saying that.
All right, this one's for the Sassy Sue. City Block.
That one's for the Sassy Sue.
Ow, bro!
Come on.
That's the go, bro.
Give me some.
Give me a plate.
Okay.
Wait, are we splitting it up?
Yeah, 1 half and then half.
Okay, so you got the other half. Hold on, bro. Oh, Crow! He's so sweet! He's a sweet boy! He goes, meow!
Give her. She's freaking out really bad.
Here. Ro, relax. Come on, Ro. Ow! Ro. Alright. Here, sis. Pup. Let me get pups.
Ems is here.
Sissy, you need your out here. Come on, Mama.
And that's what they do every Sunday. Well, we miss it sometimes, but that's the tradition here in the family.
It is a tradition. Virgo, you have a plate. Why does she have to be so rude? Virgo.
There's not many
Are they the
things.
same flavor?
Yeah, they're about the same. There's not many things in this house that hype the crew up like a good old-fashioned Sunday Night Wetties.
They always like Wetties. Wetties is the thing in this house.
And that's it. Good night, everyone. We're about to make some tuna sliders. Tuna melts on this pan right here. Folks, you checking it out? Checking out the new room? That's right. Yeah. Come on. Hop up. You can come up here. Yeah. Good boy. You know this room. Lay down. He's trying to see what's going on. Honestly, the paint roller. You all right? The paint roller that I just was talking about, kind of a fail. Honestly, I'm not impressed. It's just they're doing too much with that one. But, what you doing in there?
She being? Oh.
She being baby, right?
Huh?
She being baby, right?
She's a baby. She's a princess.
the one-handed roll coming in hot. This is the last bigger wall, and then we're in the money. This is gonna be so nice. Well, a lot nicer than it was, I should say, without getting too carried away. Definitely nicer than it was. All right, second coat is on. Now to move on to the next step. All right, so we knew she was pretty much able to eat real food, but the only thing is, well, we're assuming it's a girl, we don't know. The only thing is she doesn't really know what a plate is. So we actually had to just introduce her to the wet food with a little syringe, and then after she got a taste, she all about it now. Like, she gonna eat this whole thing like it was, you know what, I don't even know. She probably never even had stuff this good in her life, to be honest.
She's a good girl.
Let me get a spoonful of sugar. It helps the butters go down.
Watch, I'll grab some.
See, this is Ruse right here. Eat your Wetties, bro.
You know how
Look
really
at her
some-
though. This is what you gotta do. Sammy J told me this. Use the spoon. I was just feeding her from my hand.
I knew you could do the hand too, but
The hand's more fun. But my hands might, even after washing them, might be a little stinky.
no, you're not this cute, butter.
Look at this angle that we got. She's really eating a lot.
Let's just say butter does not mind the pate.
Actually, I think the pate was the call. Because the other chunks were too big for her.
She likes the pate.
Because she can mush it up in her mouth.
She's so cute.
This is
Turner
a
has been
success.
handling butter. Obviously because I'm pregnant and we haven't gotten butter to the vet.
No
yet.
cat with any diseases would have an appetite like this, though. Straight
No,
up.
I don't think I personally don't think that
Look at this.
anything's wrong with this cat, but just to be on the safe side.
Cat scratch fever. Love that song.
No. No, you're not, chicken.
This is gonna have to be washed though, because like she just totally just annihilated this thing.
I'm not worried about it. She's literally the cutest thing.
To be honest, like
She's so cute. I just want to give her kisses and I can't yet. I want to give her kisses. It's not fair. It's not fair. We did so much.
that was like her first. This is her first big feeding since we've seen her. I mean, we only had her for like 24 hours. Let's be real. Not even.
Not even, but it feels like they had it forever.
Couple days. Okay, so welcome back. The next stage in the nursery room build is going to be the door. We got to get this door on here because we got to use this room for a minute for butters anyway. But so I just got the hinges, basic, very basic hinges. Hopefully they're, you know, the right width. They look pretty good. So we're going to put those on. We're going to put the door on today, right now, basically. First stage, I guess I'm going to put the hinges on, put the door up to it, and just mark exactly where the screws need to go, and then drill them out, and then we should be good. So we knew that the door was a little bit of a unique size, probably custom sized. So I have to cut the door. The frame for the door is not the same exact size as this. This is a common door size. This is not. So like on a development house, probably all the doors would be this size. That's just not the case. I'll show you guys real quick. So this is gonna have to go here, and at the same time, I gotta try to make sure that I'm lining up this with everything. So I'm gonna have to cut the top of the door, which I don't really like that, but the reality is there's not really much I can do about it. Because that'll be almost, I mean, that's freaking on point right there. So it's like, I gotta cut that much off. Like a lot, honestly. I should just mark it with something. Okay, so we're basically going to take 2 inches off the top of the door. Hope that it's the right amount. I mean, I measured it twice. Measured it, and then I measured from this to the top on the inside of the door, on the actual door frame, and it was the same distance. So it matches up both ways. We're just going to have to trust what we got going on here and hope it fits perfectly. Well, it's not going to be perfectly, but it'll be close. And then just cut this baby off of here. Zoop! Against my better judgment, I had to cut the door, basically just 1/8 of an inch off. I guess I could just paint it. There's not really much else that I can be worried about. It actually looks pretty good, so I'm not too concerned about the look. I just hope it fits, because this is getting crazy. It does fit in there. I just have to make sure when I put the hinges off to line this up correctly. So it was a successful cut, thankfully. All right, so we got the quick set handle. I'm about to install that on the door so that I can click it into place and then mark where these need to be drilled in so that I know where they're gonna go. Okay, so with some adjusting and sanding and cutting, we finally have the door to a point of full shutting and not sticking on anything. Before, this was sticking hard to the side, but now you can't even slam it really, but that's kind of a good thing, I guess. It shuts good though. It shuts hard. I mean, that's really all we need, is to be able to shut the door, keep the cats at bay, not coming in here when Finley's in here. Real careful about everything. The only reason we really didn't put the other door here is because we needed this for security. And this door should definitely be painted because it's just got the base coat on it right now. But I guess we can figure that out later. I did really want to sand the whole floor before I did the trim, and actually at this point I really think I am going to. All right, this is the trim that we're going to use, so it'll cover all the imperfections. And actually, Concrete Rob, our friend, dropped off the miter saw. It's outside beyond that teepee under the tarp, so we are able to do that. But I like the idea of sanding the floor so much that I don't think I'm going to give up on it. I think I'm just going to do it and then go from there. Not like a crazy sand, because I don't have a commercial sander or anything even close, but I have this. And that's pretty good. So, actually, let me just check this out. So the trim would look something like this. So let's see how much it actually covers. Wow, that's either a warped piece of trim or a warped freaking floor. But yeah, that's how much the trim's gonna go up. That should be pretty good. It's a bummer that it's just like that little extra piece I have to add. I guess I should really just do this in 2 pieces down the middle. We're gonna do the floor. I'm gonna sand. It's gonna look a little weird, but it's gonna get rid of all the dirt and paint and filth and just give us like a clean slate. So we're doing it just with this little palm sander. Let's see what we got here. This looks pretty good. Alright, it's getting late. It's like 7 o'clock. This definitely, we needed a commercial sander for this floor, or like something way bigger than a palm sander, but we're doing it like this, and it's just going to be what it is. The main reason I wanted to sand it is so that all the leveling was pretty much the same. There was no like way for her to get splinters or have any snags on nails and stuff like that, just because this had wall-to-wall carpeting and we never had a baby in here before. Obviously there's going to be a big area rug on the floor in here, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it's just peace of mind more than anything. But we're going to bring you guys out to where Sammy's been packaging everything and show you what we got. Where's Rue? And I thought Lucky was head manager of the shop back here.
Lucky took the day off.
And who took the day on?
Mama. But wanted to say before, my pregnant ass forgets, happy birthday to Gina from Virginia. Your birthday's in June. Your daughter Amber didn't say what day, so can only say happy birthday. But this is your package right here, the big dog. So, yeah, happy birthday.
Shouts to everybody.
It's literally, I'm like so tired from doing that. And I have to pack a Poshmark order. A Phoenix Suns t-shirt.
That's a good shirt.
And if you guys haven't seen the Michael Jordan documentary, I highly recommend.
The Last Dance, it's called.
The Last Dance.
It's a series.
It's a series, but it's very, very good. We've been binge watching it.
We like it.
We love Michael Jordan, so.
So, you think that the sander operation is a lot more aggressive than I thought?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know it
terrible.
is. Because it's not like you're using like a hand sander. I'm sure for like big operations like that, to make it easier, there's like bigger sanders to get a wider space.
Like literally.
Like
commercial floor sanding.
Yeah, like a ride-on sander. No, they don't have those.
I mean, I think it's like you just seen Butters just like on a sander, like across the floor.
Like just spinning.
Like you could literally put her on.
And then what do you do after you sand it? You have to stain it, or can you just?
Like Butters is so small, you could put her on like a tiny little like remote-controlled BMW, like convertible, and just ride her.
Butters is so cute.
Like Stuart Little style.
Butters is doing good. None of the other babies have really accepted her fully, though. They all just hiss at her. But it's okay. Once she gets bigger, that's just the process, I think. I think they all want to claim, like, alpha in the house, so... yeah. She'll figure it out. We just need her to poop. We've been stimulating her butt hole, but that's not really working yet. But we'll see.
Okay, there's so much dust in here. Well, I have the mask on, but if not, it's too crazy. But I'm using the technique of just like wiping down the floor with a wet rag in hopes that it'll collect some of the dust. And it looks like it's working. Oh yeah. It'll collect some of it for sure. So Sammy just gave me this thing, the Swiffer. Never used it before in my life. Look how well that just took all the dust from the whole floor, and it's all on there. So now I can start again, and then I'll do another one of these after. That's pretty much all I can really do for today, but check this out. The second Swiffer took up so much. I'm about to do a third one and just call it a day for now. Whew. Okay, so next morning after the sanding operation. So this is the question that we got to think about. So see how I knew this was going to happen, so I don't care. I think it looks good still. But see how like the sanding is kind of uneven?
What do you mean?
Like how it's light.
Is this dust the white part?
No, that's the sanding, because some of the areas are sanded more than the others. So my question is, do you think we should go to Home Depot and get... Sure? Yes. I mean, a lot of it's dust, but no, it's going to be uneven. Because the sander, it's not dust.
There's nothing on the switcher, babe.
It's not dust. I'm just telling you, it's not dust. I know for sure.
Okay.
So what I'm asking is, do you think I should go in on the sanding? Like do it again?
For what?
Really, best case scenario, the whole floor would look light. Because like the areas that are still dark, that's just still the coating of whatever they put on the floor.
So,
but at the end of the day, the main reason I even wanted to sand it is to make sure there was no splinters or nails or anything weird, so that when Finn does come, when she is on the floor at one point, she's not going to get like... It was more for safety than looks. But do you think we should go full bore? We could even rent a sander.
What's full bore? What's wrong with this?
It's just the look of it. It looks weird.
Well, would you stand it after?
You could, yeah. But you'd have to go. Alright, so it's dusty in here. I think I'm about to sneeze. Couldn't stop myself. Alright, so I did say this before I started. I've never sanded a floor like this ever in my life. Wasn't really sure how it was going to turn out. Should have got the sander that I thought we were going to need from the beginning, but I tried to do it with a hand sander, and it's just not working the way I wanted it to. We're going to Home Depot. We're going to see what they have to rent, and we're going to try to rent a sander and bust this out. I'm going to try to bust this out today, and then probably stain the floor, and from there, then we'll do the trim. So lots of processes. Happy we started this room when we did, because with all this stuff extra that I didn't think we were going to have to do, if we started too late, we would have never finished. We would have had to just do nothing to the floor. And I mean, a lot of people probably would put wall-to-wall carpeting back down, which it had when we moved into the house. But in my personal opinion, it's a tragedy to cover hardwood flooring when it's actually in decent condition like this. Huh?
No, I went to the bathroom and like, I hate that I do this. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I hate when other people do it too. Like when you go like this, like just for a second I was standing like this. Like I hate that. Like it's like T-Rex. Ew. But Butters was like looking at me all scared because like, and she was staring at my hands, and I was like, oh, that scares me too.
Butters.
Like she did not like the T-Rex stance at
Butters. Do you like the T-Rex?
She did not. She was not having it. She was like, what the hell?
Butters. Do you like the T-Rex?
She's getting more comfortable with cameras, though.
She doesn't care about the GoPro. She doesn't like the phone.
She doesn't like the phone, no.
No, she's not doing this.
It's because the phone has 3 eyes. The GoPro only has 1.
She's so
right,
good.
Butters?
Do you think maybe we should give her some kitten chow before we go?
Yeah, we can give her some
baby and mother food.
All right, kitten chow going down now.
And this is how we doing it. Baby's milk.
This is the baby formula. I'm gonna put it in this Tupperware to keep it a little more fresh.
I just feel like everybody deserves to feel the way I do right now about Butters.
Yeah.
So get yourself a baby kitten, and you will.
This is true.
Unconditional love.
Oh, Butters, get your sneakity snacks. Nom noms. You guys hear that?
Music to my ears.
We gotta mic this baby up and let you guys get the real feel, because like the feeling that it gives you, and she's like, is like, whew.
We have to do
I could just eat her like
thing.
She's so cute.
We have to do a whole like video of just the cat eating. You're right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Like a podcast.
SMS. What is it called? I don't know. When they whisper, what's that called?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna do Butters eating, because it's so amazing. She's officially eating out of, I mean, this is a Tupperware container, so it's different than a plate, but
we did go from straight bottle, which she never probably needed, but she wanted it.
She wanted it.
To the syringe.
Right.
To the spoon.
Mm-hmm.
To just the bowl.
Yep.
So she'll just be eating like a normal chicken any minute.
She is a gnarly eater.
She's
like
really
she
hungry.
loves
She was
snacks.
abandoned there.
You were trying to not give her snacks last night. I was like, let her eat.
I just didn't know if she pooped, but then we found a big poop in there.
Yeah, so she did poop. It wasn't big. It was literally smaller than my pinky. It was about the same size, but like a little wider. But this is good because they have to go to the bathroom, obviously. And I had messaged, before we found that poop last night, I had messaged our friend who told us about Butter being in that factory, and I said, has your kitten pooped? And he said yes, and that it's a she also, that she went to the vet and the vet said no fleas and that she's really healthy. So I'm assuming that little Butters right here is the same as well. But we're still going to take her to the vet.
Here's the original videos.
But I'm glad that he told me that, because a lot of vets will, try and give your kitten, they did this to Rue when Rue was younger than Butters, just automatically give them flea and tick treatment, which we're not about that. We don't give any of our cats flea treatment, except Lucky. I have given her flea treatments because she is an indoor-outdoor cat, and I mean, there are ticks, I guess, in her backyard, and she interacts with other cats, so. But I haven't given Lucky flea treatment in a while. We try not to, because it's really not good for them at all, especially if they don't have fleas. So, she just cleared the bowl, though. You know that, right? Look at this girl. Her face is just smushed up against the Tupperware container. Go on, Butters, go on.
Okay, they don't have a rental station at this Home Depot. We didn't know that. I didn't even think about it, but I just saw a YouTube video. We were looking at it, and he's using this exact sander. Same floor as ours, basically, and it's looking pretty good. So we're just gonna bite the bullet and get this sander. Big upgrade from the one we were using, and then just get a whole bunch of sandpaper, and we should be good to go. So, what do you think?
I think that's a better idea, because who knows how much it is to rent a sander, and you might as well just invest in one, because it won't be the last time we're going to be sanding something.
And we already have all the batteries, obviously, for this, so
that helps.
not bad. That's the whole value of it, really. So I guess they got to unlock this for us. Over there, right where that guy's standing, basically, they have everything locked, right? But they have the exact same tool right here, and it's not locked. So, no idea what's going on in here, but we got it. We're going with a whole bunch of Diablo sandpapers that hopefully fit perfectly on here. They say they're the right size. What do you mean?
Or is the box different?
3x8 belt sander.
Oh, it's in a different box. Like the box is different, right? Because like that's a different box than that. It's longer.
This is brushless. All right, this is better.
Maybe that's why.
It's more expensive, actually. You're right. So you're right.
Is this one $69? What was up here though? Because that's $149. Whatever was up.
That was like one of.
That's 3x18 belt sander. Or maybe that
you're
was
right.
that
This
one.
is 6 amps, not brushless. I don't know. This is Ryobi 18 volt in one. Oh, the difference is this is a battery powered one and that's a corded one. That one's brutal to deal with.
Okay. Makes
Big
sense.
difference.
They're
Daddy,
like, all right.
that was a foul on my part.
Whatever. They're gonna realize they're gonna have to be stuck to a cord anyway. It's like kind of like a
poetic justice if you stall
justice, yeah, because you're just gonna be cuffed to a freaking, you know.
All right, so as you guys saw, we picked up the brushless sander. What is this exactly called? Rapid material remover? Is that what they're calling this? I mean, it's a sander. Rapid material remover. But yeah, here we go. First battery powered one of these I've ever used. It's looking nice, actually. Oh, it's ready to go too. It feels ready to go. And we got the battery charged up. All we gotta do is pop that on. Oh yeah. Wow. This is about to get crazy. That's basically what we really want, but this is just so much gnarlier than I ever thought. This is like 1,000 times more of a project than I ever anticipated going into it. But we're in it now. We're in the thick of it. Did we get in over our heads? Yes, but we're gonna do it anyway. Because that's what life is all about, learning. Literally, that's life in a nutshell. All right, another thing I wasn't focusing on, that was a brand new battery. Like it was fully charged, right? And it just died, and I only did this much of the floor. It is gonna look good though. When it's all down to this, it's gonna look really good. Okay, so when I started off this process of converting the spare bedroom into the baby nursery, I should say when we started this journey, I think both of us thought it was going to be a lot easier than it is. And I know we're not doing like major construction and everything that's being done is done by either me or Sammy. So by amateur people, not like professional carpenters, professional painters, professional anything in that aspect. But we have done, you know, I've been working with power tools and stuff my whole life. So I have a little bit of a understanding of how things work for the most part. But as the project started to go, I think I just wanted it to be better and better. And I wanted to go the full distance of, you know, if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. So now here we are. We have done a bunch of stuff to the room already, but we're at the stage now where we're trying to I'm trying to redo the floor here, and I don't know, I may have messed up even getting into this. So I don't know how this is gonna end, but we're in the thick of it now. This sander, this floor, we're gonna do what we can do, but we definitely got in over our heads with this one. I'm not gonna lie, I think I up this time.
What'd you do?
Just this whole operation in general.
Why? This looks really good.
That's what you think?
I mean, isn't this what
It
you
looks
wanted?
good, but it's that part only. And I already went through I only have 2 of the pieces of sandpaper that are that gray.
Why?
We bought all of the sandpaper that was like that at the whole store.
Did you try any of the ones that were?
I didn't try the other one yet. I mean, to me, that if it all looked like this, and then we did a nice one to just smooth it out and then poly, and then did a stain, like a clear stain, that would look.
Hey, is there any other ones that are
This is the one that came with it.
Are there any that are better than that might be like a little bit more grittier, take off more in less time?
This is a grit. This is like the one to have. See, like, the reality of it is, it doesn't really take that long. It's just, this is true dedication.
So then in your, oh damn.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is dedication to the point where, like, I could bust this out in a day, but it would be that whole day.
So what I would do, because this looks really good, would be, does True Value sell these?
I guess just keep working with the ones I got now, right? I mean,
Work
I
with the
have
ones you
4
got.
of the others that are just one less than this, so they might be fine.
No, yeah. I'm saying like don't even worry about that. But like if you don't want to do this today because like we have a lot going on, it's not a big deal. But I wish I could.
I think it's.
This looks really soothing.
I think it's really smart.
Does
to
that
do.
vibrate?
This?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Does it vibrate?
You gotta hold it really hard.
Or what?
I wouldn't do it.
So.
Cause like it could fly out of your hands.
Do
you know what I mean? Cause like it's a lot of pressure.
So. I'm thinking. I mean,
Just keep going, right?
Yeah, just knock it out as much as you feel like.
Imagine if I did just like half tonight. That wouldn't be that crazy, and then just do half tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's really not crazy. It'd be so much easier if both of us could do this.
Right. But not. I mean, we're not gonna just buy another one of these either at the same time. But we could switch on and off. But I don't think you should do it.
No, obviously.
But when we do the rest of the house, we both can.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm gonna if this is this doable without like a large sander, cause like that's doable.
Yeah.
That looks good.
When say it's all ends up like that, then what do you?
Then you sand it with like a lighter thing just to smooth it out, cause this is a little bit rough.
Yeah.
And then we'll stain it again. I'll do another stain, like a clear coat like this, like a little darker, but not how it's stained right now.
Yeah.
Like how you can see the wood still, but it still made it darker.
Yeah.
Same as that.
Wow.
This is heavy.
This looks good though. I mean, this is gonna be smooth.
This is the only real section. So what I'm gonna do is just do this
I
first.
would just do it in like squares and
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
You know, because then it's just like mentally less brutal, even though it doesn't really. It's not like it makes it any less time consuming, but it's mind over matter, baby. Just
Mind
do it
over
in
matter.
squares.
Mind over matter. Butters? So I feel good about ending off this video as part 1 of 2 parts of the floor sanding extravaganza. So leaving it off. Am I talking too loud for you, Butters? I'm sorry, baby. Leaving it off basically with me in a very frustrated state, not knowing if the floor is going to turn out. Basically thinking that I totally screwed up and messed up the whole floor in Finley's room. And there is redemption for everything. And I think that I was going to cut a lot out of this video to make it shorter and make just one video of the whole floor start to finish. But I decided to do it in 2 parts because I really wanted to show basically the trials and tribulations of how hard it was for me as somebody who doesn't know how to do this to figure it out. It took 3 sanders and then a 4th sander that you guys are going to see in the next video to actually get the floor to where I wanted it to be. And I think it's... No, she's not that cute. I think it's important because a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, but even myself included in this, if something becomes really, really hard and difficult and frustrating and time consuming, it's easy to just throw in the towel and give up, which I was almost about to do. I almost even thought about putting just carpeting back down because I was so mad that that I was failing so miserably at this. So I just want to say, you guys will see in the next video. I don't want to do any spoilers, but the floor, it all worked out is what I'm saying, because I kept putting my nose to the grindstone and just trying something else and trying something else and trying something else and spending more time and more time and more time trying to get the floor to where I wanted it to be. I also too wanted to include that a lot of this footage was shot a few weeks ago. So Butters was like probably half the size of what she is right this minute. And also the time when she was eating the food, that was her first time eating the actual cat food out of like a spoon. So that was a really big accomplishment for her, because before that I was feeding her the bottle and then I was putting the food in a syringe. But now she's good. She's fully eating. She's going to the bathroom regularly. She's cleaning herself, as you guys can see right now. And she's just a really, really good girl, and we're so blessed to have her. She's a great addition to our family, and we love her literally so, so, so much for obvious reasons. But yeah, so this is part 1, and stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to try and have the part 2 edited pretty much to go out the next day after today, because I don't want to spend too much more time editing it and making even more of a big deal about something that I already was pretty sad about. But the end result will be somewhat surprising, so just stay tuned. And like I said in all the other videos, please check out our page on Facebook. We've been trying to grow that this year, so here it is. And all you have to do is go over and give it a like. So you can like the Facebook page, and then it'll keep you guys up to date on anything that we post on there, which is some pictures and videos that we don't share on YouTube. So yeah, please follow us on there. We're trying to get to 10K by the end of the year if possible. So that would mean a lot to us if you guys went over and checked it out. And other than that, yep, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.